that was quick. That was like, they give you at least 2 seconds before you go live sometimes. And that's actually 1 second. That was actually 1 second. So, and then if your internet's messed up, then it takes like 2, 3 seconds. But anyway, I didn't come on here to talk about that. I came on here because I have some things to do. I actually have to go to the post office today. Yes, I have to go to the post office and send out the last known piece of mail to the VA debt collection. And I hope that I'm trying to figure out the VA debt collection, and I want to make sure that when I send it off that it's going from the post office and it's not going to be tampered with. Um, this is, you know, I didn't mean to talk about this, but I, I didn't mean to talk about this, but pretty much, I owe the VA some money from what happened to me in Santa Maria. That was true. And they just won't seem to send me my records. They won't seem to send me the right records. They keep making it seem like I'm asking for something out of Mars or something. I'm calling Mars. How do you call Mars? How many numbers does Mars have? 4? Like, they acting like I'm calling Mars and stuff. And they can't, like, somebody rearrange the paperwork in between that time, but when it gets to me, it's like it it's not what I asked for. So I just left it alone. I don't want to keep calling back and like we getting a miscommunication purposefully, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them everything they sent me that made no sense. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out, hey, look, I need the paperwork from the month of March for my name, Kimberly Cloud. What you're sending addresses, you're sending things that I didn't ask for, so it's nothing I can do. I was being harassed during that time heavily. I had a nail placed in my tire. I had guns drawn up at me. The only reason they didn't shoot was because it was next to the door to their friend and their youngest, probably niece or something. I don't know. I don't know. But you know, I was looking for May's what happened to me in May that caused me to not be able to focus clearly on school, and that's what I wanted. And yet I did not get that. I got something totally different. Addresses. I didn't call all those addresses. It's over 275 pages of addresses. I don't want no addresses. I asked for what I asked for, which was the material showing the statement showing, hey, look, Kimberly Cloud is innocent. But I never could get that. So that's what's going on. And I invite them, since it's public record, to reach out to them, the supervisor, because that's who I was corresponding with the whole time. You know, I, I, I'll invite you to reach out to them and literally ask them, hey, look, what's going on? Can we get the paperwork? Maybe it's something that's being said that I'm saying illiterate. I don't know. but I swear, does it sound illiterate now? So yeah, I just figured that I get that taken care of today. I need to write another letter, but then that means I have to go back up to a FedEx to if I go up to a FedEx, I don't want to keep going to the same FedEx because sometimes I go in there and I don't have my book with me and I literally forget what the hell I went in there for. Like, not literally. Okay, let me explain what I'm saying. I'll get online, I'll have my phone connected to my thing, and I'll get in there and I'll start. If I don't write down what I know what I'm looking for, but the ways to get it, you have to literally, I had to literally forward in a totally different way material to a lawyer. Well, to no, this was the police material. The police material. I couldn't forward it to FedExandGo.com. I couldn't do that. I had to literally, how did I do it? Download it and re-upload. No, I went through WeTransfer. Not WeTransfer, but it's another one, Dropbox. I went through Dropbox to download, upload, and send to the email, FedEx and Go. That's the only way I was able to get it. I couldn't just forward it. I had to put it on Dropbox and stuff. And that's hard to do when you don't like it. Had I not paid for that subscription, I would have been shit out of luck. SOL. And I don't know, man. I like taking care of business, man. I like taking care of business. I don't like lacking. So, yeah, but let's talk about what's today's subject. Let's talk about that. Okay. Join me while I talk about how we can closer together, and get past barriers. Yes, barriers. Okay, how can we get closer together? Well, all you have to do is figure out a way to like relate what I'm saying to you in context of maybe you'll be able to how can I put this? To get something from there without getting something for free. You get something for free, you don't want it. You get something for free, some people don't want free. They want to be able to pay or do what they do. But you know, make sure you sit up there and you get something. You watch people that are low budget or middle class, or even like sort of upper class, and you watch them, and for free you take in what they want to the message to get heard. Trump also says that what did he say? He says that if you cannot pay for his his funding, or however, his campaigning, then it's okay. He, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. I appreciate him saying that. You know, but it also, will behoove you to make sure that you are taking care of the necessities such as passing these barriers, because you got money and you made it, you think somebody without money won't make it. So they're what they have to say is actually non-complacent. And it could be something in there. You see, what's that movie? Daggone it. Christopher Reeves? No, not Christopher Reeves. But Christopher something. And the prophecy. The prophecy was about, angels and demons. And it was a crazy movie. The Devil's Advocate was too. But, getting past barriers is something that we need to do, and to get past them, you have to be able to listen to what that person say to you, and take it in with a grain of salt, because somebody so small and minute can have the answers to something so large. Somebody so small can have some answers to stuff, the problems that they never even came across yet. They can be not a liability, but you know, someone who, an analyzer or something, somebody who analyzes a lot of things, and you just never know. You just never know. You just never know. So how can we get closer together and pass barriers? Well, all you have to do is listen to the person that may not have money but is inspiring and has a lot to offer, and is very smart. You're not obviously going to listen to a guy that is manic, like straight manic, talking about, come here, the cows are turning red. That's nothing to talk about. We know the cows are not turning red. Maybe he sees in his station, his brain station, that the cows are turning red. Maybe we need to check his brain for something that's going on with the cows turning red, but you can't discredit somebody because they say that the cows are turning red. Because I'm sorry, I have to get deep with this, because they're manic, but at the same time, they see something. They see something that normally they would not see. That normally they would not see. So since the rest of the population don't see it, the you stuck with wondering, well, did he see it or not? But since we didn't see it, we're going to tell you you're manic. Now, when they start dancing, doing the dub step, and doing, different dances, and sitting up there violent, then we have a problem. Violent is the key word. Then we have a problem. We have a problem. Why? What is making them crack like that? What is making them tick? What is making them talk? What is making them tick tock? So, you know, it's a lot that goes on, you know. Wow. Not to say I see red things, not to say I see red things, but I notice with my mental health, labels, that it's whatever is going on with me doesn't go on with other people. with other people. The I guess the mass majority of the population, some either hide it, some either, you know, play it off, which is hide it, or deny it, or ignore it, but if we really, people are afraid to get locked up. If we really look at and actually tell the people to do a study on how many people actually, let's say for example, which I don't, hear voices and see things, you know auditory hallucinations, and you know um nose hallucinations, and ears hallucinations, pretending that you hear something, or see, you not pretending, but actually hear something and see something. What are the odds that we could be on a different frequencies? What are the odds? Now, when it start telling you to do violent things, then there's a problem. Then there's a problem. And they're never going to admit to that, because they think that people always think they can get away with murder. They always think they can get away with murder, man. No, you're always being watched, dude. You're always going to be watched. And I'm sorry we had to go deep. We had to go deep with that. And as long as you have it, you have the mentality that, you know, I know I can get away with it. If I don't talk about it, nothing will happen. But case in point, other things is coming about. The law states no murder. No murder. You go to jail for, and it kills me how they go to jail for life. It kills me how they just get away with murder by confessing just for the truth, just to see the truth, and they eventually confess, or sometimes they won't confess to a murder. It's just sickening, man. It's just sickening, and it sickens me, man. So how can we get closer instead of apart like killers? Man, all we have to do is literally stay conjoined, sit up there and listen to the small fries of the century, and passing barriers. We can sit up there and pass those barriers by um listening to the small fry. That's what I just said. Listening to the people who may not have a lot of money, but is very smart and intelligent, you know. So yesterday I saw a rainbow, guys. Those were such positive signs. Those were such positive signs. Um, I was coming through a city, and I saw it. It was actually horizontal. It was like one of those tests you had. I hate to say it, but you know how you got like I guess a drug test, you want to say. I'm just naming things. And they got the list horizontally like that, not like that, but like that. No, no, it was actually vertically. And that's what made it different. It wasn't horizontally, because it is horizontal. It was actually vertically. It was lined up like a flag. Not but in reverse vertically. And it looked so beautiful. I couldn't see it no more, because the way I was going away from it. At first I was coming towards it, and then I was going away from it. So I couldn't look heavily at it, but it was so beautiful because it rains like crazy around here. And yeah, It was beautiful. That's positive signs. When I look at these moons and rainbows and suns, I literally I say to myself, man, please give me a better life. Please give me a better life. Please give me a better life. That's all I talk about. I don't look at the moon because I have money and I can afford to look at the moon and probably go to the moon secretively. You know, I literally care about this omniverse. I care. It's a woman, you know? Think about it. Think about it. What how does I'm getting all antsy and but how does a planet get born? Born. A planet becomes born, a star becomes born, different black, dark matter, white matter, everything exists up top. We're a mere distant planet to some. Oh, Earth, man, Earth don't got nothing we need. But we need to take into consideration that Earth is a earthly place, that housed us for a long time, a long time, a long time. And it we are bound by it. We can't float up outer space. We are bound by Earth. And yet I used to litter. I used to litter, but not no more. And I stopped that years ago. Years ago. I never threw out a bottle or threw out something I didn't want. When I see it still, I'm like, that's the laziest thing I can ever see. And we are bound by it. Literally, you know, gravity pulls us down and we work as Earth works. As they bring new people on board, how many new people going to be on board in a millennia? You know, um, you just never know, man. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing. And we can grow like a distant family. Some of y'all don't know me, or know me. Some of y'all don't, some of y'all probably even Joan on me, as the Maryland Tints go. Some of y'all don't Joan on me, which is joke on me, should say. Some of y'all just sit and watch. And I appreciate every bit of it. I appreciate every bit of it. You know, when we talk about family, do we do it out of love, and do we do it, or do we do it out of hate? And it's like distant family for the future. Virtual is coming to light. One day there's going to be people, we already have the technology now through NASA, teleportation. I mean, they still trying to figure out the kinks and everything, but teleportation, you know, one day I'll be like, come on through, and you can just zap here. And they want limitations. They want limitations to that because they know that these limitations can hinder somebody, just zap into France and Italy in full form without catching a plane, which will be under the radar. And they want that to be like that. But distant family is virtual. Is virtual. and you sit up there and you can zap to different places, and you're there. And that's, you know, that's what I mean, and we can grow, we can grow. You can tell somebody about me, and say that I'm just a mediocre type chick that just want to see, justice done for all the people that, probably been labeled, or, all the people that probably, been ridiculed. I Things are better now, but you know before then, it was terrible. It was terrible. And like I said, being virtual is the first generation. Being virtual and going live and showing what you can educate somebody about. And yeah, we are a distant planet to some people out here in the universe. We are a distant planet to some people out here in the universe. How we can remain strong within our immediate unit families. I like doing this one. Well, it's simple. You you read as much material, and it's, you know what? Some reading, you beware at your own risk. Some reading it's not, but you either read, or you you go through stuff. You go through stuff that you learn from. It's all about learning. You go through stuff and you learn from it, and then you tell somebody else that it worked for you, and tell them how you do it, or write a book about it based on true story, because nobody have a perfect story. They may have, family, but they learned from their mistakes, or maybe they didn't learn from their mistakes. Who knows? But you teach your family how to be a unit. You tell them that it is okay to make friends. You tell them everything that they can possibly know. I learned because my mother, she sat up there and she tried to keep me like contained, you know. Out of all of the family members, she wanted me to not go out. And I see why now. But that kind of hindered me, thinking that, having negative thinking about things. You can't have negative thinking about everything. But based on your environment, how you're raised, you don't want nothing bad to happen. So, yeah, you know, um, I appreciate her doing that for me. I appreciate her doing that for me. Um, I appreciate her, but she should have gave me some more explaining, so I wouldn't have to think off top of my head at my faults. So yeah, but you have to explain to your child. Your child is not on their own till they're 18. And sometimes they stay in the house, you know, longer than that. I know a couple of people who stayed in the house longer, and that's okay too. That you get more time with the family, more time with the family, and that's a good thing, you know, because one day when they're grandma and grandpa, They're gonna be saying, I remember when, wait, hold on. I gotta get my voice. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, Sonny, like just talking like that, and it's gonna be so crazy, you know. I remember when Jonathan sat up there and dookied in his pants, some crazy stuff, it's crazy, you know. It, we should be finding out the cure for dementia. We need to be finding out the cure for dementia, you know, um, stuff of that nature. But immediate unit families talk more, and how our families can grow. We can grow by, continuing to talk to each other. When y'all solid and y'all know each other, when you don't know a lot of information, you start imagining and your thoughts start, you know, correlating what it could be based on what it is. Like you can sit up there and your mother not tell you too much information, and then you sit up there and you be like, well, you know, she just don't like me. She like my older brother, but she don't like me. When the mother is just trying to protect you, but you have to talk more to that child. You have to. You have to. So to help someone else lacking and help yourself grow. Your goals to literally all rich people of all races is to help someone else that's lacking and help them grow into a mature, a more mature, business savvy, adult like character. Some people don't have it all, have all their marbles, you know, but they lust for those marbles, and they lust for, that maturity. And all you need is somebody, that is helping you to get you on your feet and make you independent, which is a very good, out of all the words in the world, I loathe for that independency, you know, and you just got to sit up there and help somebody. Help somebody. I remember we used to say that in the army. Yeah, so I must be telling the truth. I'm leading down the right direction. So yeah. So I'm about to get off of here because I gotta go to the post office. And I appreciate you guys watching me. Like seriously, I truly appreciate you guys watching me. And like I said, keep watching, you'll see progress, sometimes you're gonna see nothing, you know. What you think you saw ain't really what you saw. You better off not looking at all. I know that was a rap song. And it just so happened to be Jay-Z's rap song. Oh God. So anyway, I'm not dissing nobody because I don't need like one guy said on a Trump rally, I talk a little shit and some bad shit happens. I don't want that. I don't want that. I am not about that. So I know he's a rapper and he said a lot in his rap songs about death and corruption, and I don't want to be a part of that. No. You know, people aren't just making up stories like Disney. You know, these stories are real. So anyway, if you see me dead next week, it's because of the Rock Nation. I'm just saying, man. That's why I don't talk about them like that. That's why I don't talk about them. So anyway, it's nothing in me, not a bone in my spine or total systems that I don't want to die. There's not a bone in my system that makes me want or feel like I want to die right now at the point that I'm at. I'm getting everything that I need and want. And it's only thanks to the team, the gatekeepers of the judiciary system of the vet court. Because I couldn't make this happen. I couldn't make this happen just by myself. I need help. Just because they're not sitting up here doing the schoolwork with me doesn't mean that they didn't just help me out by allowing my next court date to be way down the road. Like seriously, I appreciate them. So yeah, I'm about to sit up there and get off of here and go to the post office, man. And you guys take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys later. Oh yeah, and I got a picture to take. This outfit isn't much. This outfit isn't much. I gotta put on a belt. It's not much, but it's something. I really, you know, enjoy it, the outfit. And it got this little thing right here. I like that. Um, so yeah. Y'all take care, be safe, and I'll see y'all guys later.